As a nominated member of Rajya Sabha, what is your vision? What are the things that you really want to work upon?
Till I was elected to Rajya Sabha, mainly I was confined to my story writing and all those things. It's a pleasant surprise. But since once I am nominated, I started putting my thoughts as how best I can contribute to the betterment of our country, welfare of our people. Several ideas started coming. I would love to share some of them. First of all, I want to talk about one nation, one vote. In spite of 75 years of independence, our voting percentage has not crossing 67%. In urban areas, it's far bad also, 48-50%. When you look into the questions why they are not voting, one thing is apathy. What does it matter? Second thing, inconvenience in voting. Third thing, also then their votes may not be on the roll. So in order to address all these things, to get nearly 99% of voting, and at the same time, all of us are aware about the bad practices in the voting. They are asking vote by the name of religion, caste, creed. They are giving freebies, alcohol, whatnot. To reduce them to some extent, I want to propose this thing. India has 96 crores of voters and 120 crores of smartphones that are going day by day. You can't get a smartphone without your Aadhaar card. And Aadhaar card says where your vote is. The simple thing is connect Aadhaar card to the voting system. And second thing, in order to reduce the small practice, what I am saying is the voting process will be for 40 days. In the 40 days, you can't vote by yourself. The election commission will send a ring to you at random in 40 days. You have to pick it up. The moment you pick it up, there is a OTP number. You type it to see. So nobody can tap into your phone. When you type that number, your constituency opens wherever you are in the world. You have to just be in contact with the net. So your constituency, all the voters list is there, the names and symbols. You select, confirm, over. So what happens? 99% voting can get because the penetration is more than 97-98%, 100% or some places. The second thing is, in all this where the money is being misused in the voting system, they try to drum up the emotion just before voting. The last night, they give you alcohol, they give you money, they give you saris and all these things. But now the candidate doesn't know when to give the 40 days, whom he can address. It is not in their hands to vote. When he is going to arrange a big rally, when he is going to arrange a big meetings, slowly he will start realizing their frivolous. Then he will start realizing the person who serves the country, who has a good image in the voters, that is going to deliver the job, he will be in an advantageous position. Also, that's what we want also. So by this thing, you are reducing the cost of the voting. There is no cost in it. The computer does all the job. On the other hand, government is giving a paid holiday of 1 day for the voting. That amounts to 10,000 crores. The same for the exchequer. Apart from that, as a private company, they have to give a holiday. That will be another 20,000 crores. A man hours lost. So saving money to one end, saving the expenses, and getting 100% voting, and reducing the malpractice voting to some extent. This I will be happy if the government of India implements.
So have you proposed this idea to anyone?
Yes, I am making a note of it. I will submit it to the Honorable Prime Minister soon.
Okay, sir. And sir, one nation, one election,
This is a part and parcel of it. Because what is happening in the 40 days in the election, the government is coming to a standstill. All the ministers are busy in canvassing. All the opposition is busy in canvassing. Actually, they should be in the parliament to rule the country. But that energy is being wasted to get the votes. No, they did not.
So this addresses voting corruption and the corruption in general during elections.
Yes.
So,
So many things combined. Getting 100% voting and reducing the election expenditure.
and what else you're looking as a member of standing committee? What else? What are the other reforms that you really want to implement?
Not necessarily a standing committee. I mean, each and every department, you see, you have to catch up with the technology. See, artificial intelligence has come into our lives. If you say, if we don't want, it is already in our lives. So I thought how artificial intelligence can be used in various government departments. So first let me come with tourism. I mean, I'm assuming artificial intelligence will be used by the tourism department. So you know, whenever a tourist is coming to India, or Department of Action Affairs knows that he is coming for tourism to India. So the moment the plane enters Indian territory, always in international flights, there is a monitor before the seat, in the seat before you.
Yes.
The moment it enters Indian space, Modi face appears there on the screen. And it will be, it will be managed with the artificial intelligence. Modi will be addressing the person who is sitting before him by his name. Suppose Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith, welcome to India.
Okay.
Our motto is Atithya Devo Bhava.
Okay.
So wish a pleasant journey in India. Something like that. It will be a pleasant surprise for him. You understand? We are using the artificial intelligence, and Modi is our visible iconic symbol of India. It will be a pleasant surprise for the tourist. Again, when he is leaving the Indian space, the same. I hope you enjoyed your travel. Again, the farewell speech by Modi ji.
Maybe, but sir, there is a doubt that the tourists may not like.
Being addressed?
He may not like. Some people are very particular about their privacy and stuff.
No, see, everybody like to be addressed by the name. That's the most fundamental quality of a human being. You're being addressed, suppose you went to a foreign country. What's your good name? What's your good name?
My name is Vedika, sir.
Huh?
Vedika.
Vedika. Suppose somebody calls you by name, how you feel? Do you feel bad?
No, I won't feel bad.
No, that's what you say. He's not interfering into personal matters. As the Prime Minister of India, he's welcomed the person to India. Wishing him a pleasant stay.
Okay.
And he's going, he says, hope you had a pleasant stay in our country. Please come back again. He's not interfering to personal matters.
So, sir, when you were nominated to Rajya Sabha, did you meet the PM? Did you have a meeting with him? The PM?
Yes, I had a meeting with him. What I can say, I was blown out by his vision. What I thought would be about 1 or 2 minutes, it extended to 40 minutes, 40 plus minutes.
Really?
And it was a pleasant surprise for me. As a politician, I thought he'd be talking about other politicians, other parties, or praising the BJP party, or praising himself. No. I swear, no, nothing. Only about the glory of India, how to bring glory to India for 40 minutes.
So, sir, other than the political reforms that you want, as a person who comes from arts and culture, what are the cultural things that you really want to improve, that you think you can work upon as a Rajya Sabha member?
Yes. You see, sometime back, my son is Rajamouli, is a director. You must know everything about him. He asked me, Father, can you tell me in which way India is rich? As trying to find an answer. Then he said, India is rich in stories. No other country, no other civilization has so much richness as we have. We have Mahabharata, Ramayana, Ashtadas Puranas, so many great things, so many lineages. So, that we have to encash. I mean, that is our property, that is our richness. We are blessed with such stories. So, with those things, we can go abroad with our stories. You know, the impact of a culture Have you seen Dilwala Dulhania Le Jayenge movie? It was shot extensively in Switzerland. Before the movie was released, the tourists from India to Switzerland are in thousands. After release, they are in lakhs. That is the influence of the movies. And in Kerala, the movie has come by name Manjumal Boys. They are shot in caves. Before that, they were in thousands, hundreds. Now it is 40,000. So, by making our movies to be seen abroad, that will bring a lot of tourism to India. And our culture will go abroad. And Korea has recognized the importance of the movies. They have started encouraging their movies. They got an Oscar also. And because of the influence of the movies, their merchandising increased multifold. Korean merchandise. Till then, nobody was knowing about Korean merchandise.
Yes, yes.
So we have so much of rich heritage and culture. It is our duty, not only duty, I mean, it helps both ways. It takes our culture abroad, it brings us business.
So there is a saying that if you want to make a truly global film, it has to be very local. It has to
Exactly.
be about your culture.
You are 100% right.
You and your son have cracked the formula for this.
Thank you.
Do you feel that that's the way to go forward?
Yes. You see, because the more the personal, the more the universal. Because why the more the personal? Because you have to speak the truth with honesty, with integrity. You are 100% right. We did not compromise anything for the world to be visible in the world. There are so many Hollywood movies, suppose Apocalypto. It is entirely some extinct Red Indian race in America. We enjoyed the movie because it's touching our heart. So rich culture. Actually, recently I was going through the statistics. Gandhi movie made by Hollywood people. Richard Attenborough. Gandhi is our person. It's entirely shot in India. It has collected $200 million. Out of it, only 15% in India. The rest of the world. So what does it mean? People saw our movie, they liked our movies, and automatically they have respect for our culture. So much of possibility is there with visual media to take our culture abroad. There are so many patriotic heroes. All the stories must be told. And not only that, you see, you have 3.6 crores Indian diaspora spread throughout from Fiji, Malaysia, Singapore, Ceylon, Maldives, Mauritius, South Africa, West Indies. All of our Indians are there. They'll be hungry to connect with the motherland, make movies on them, web series on them. In the time of crisis, they'll be standing by us.
Sir, when did you have an inkling that Baahubali has traveled globally? Because I remember the tweets of Hollywood directors at the time and Hollywood critics at the time saying that Hollywood movies spend so much money, but they're not half as enjoyable as Baahubali was. I remember one director, one critic saying, or RRR, which became a real rage actually in the West. So when did you sort of realize that your film people were outside internationally, people were connecting to it? What was the discussion like at home?
No, at the time of making Baahubali with RRR, Baahubali, we had a pleasant surprise. We got so much of adulation from Japan and other countries. Then RRR, my son had an instinct, it is going to crack the Hollywood. So he was there for 2 months. I mean, doing PR and all this, and they paid a big way. And ultimately, the feather in his cap is James Cameron. He saw the movie. His wife first saw the movie, started showing it to her husband. And her husband, James Cameron first saw the movie, he started showing to her husband, to his wife. And he said, "What is going to be?" She said, "Shut up, let me see the movie." And then James Cameron told my son, "Mr. Rajamouli, if you ever want to make a movie in Hollywood, please come to me."
Really?
Really.
Would you like to, sir?
Really. So, the doors are open. We have the technology, we have the talent, and we can do those movies at a fraction of the cost of what the Hollywood does. It's a high time our movie people should catch it and cater to the entire world.
So when Mr. Mr. Rajamouli was in the US, I'm sure there must have been some offers. Um, would you like to write for a Hollywood film? Would he like to direct for?
No, we are going to write our movies. They will enjoy in Hollywood.
Uh,
It will
produce
be 100% Indian. The content 100% Indian. We are not going to dilute it. We are not going to compromise. And they will like our movies.
Sir, one thing that I really liked in your movies is that the characters have this. They may be a prince. They may be come from a normal background like Bajrangi, but they are very determined and very. Like they're people with conviction.
Yes,
They want to. They want to achieve something and they go about it.
Yeah.
Whether they fail, they succeed is not something that matters to them. Where does this come from? It is a thread that ties all your characters in that sense.
It's nothing, I mean, it's nothing planned. Maybe it's instinct. Maybe from the childhood, me and my son, we are into Ramayana, Mahabharata, or mythologies or histories. All our characters are like that.
Has it something to do with your life as well?
With
your life as well? Your
no,
struggles
no,
then?
no, entirely from our scriptures.
Rajamouli ji is making another film with Mahesh Babu.
Yes.
You're writing that.
Yes.
There's a lot of curiosity about it. Whatever you can tell us about that.
Yes, it's an adventure. Adventure with a little Indian mysticism.
Will Indian mysticism, elements from Mahabharata, from scriptures will always be there in all your movies?
Naturally, they will be there.
And sir, you met with Salman and there is a lot of buzz about Bajrangi Bhaijaan 2. It is a movie that is loved by everyone in the country. I mean, everybody fell in love with the pair of the child and the Salman's character. And also, there's a lot of buzz that Bajrangi Bhaijaan 2 may be the film that really works at this time for him.
Yeah, maybe. Sometime back, last Eid, I met Salman and narrated a line to him. He liked it. For 2. Let's see what happens.
And sir, what do you think that Telugu cinema is doing that Hindi cinema is not doing in terms of making it successful on the big screen?
Really, I don't know.
Really?
I know what we are doing.
What you doing correct, sir?
We are doing from our heart, that's all.
You make movies from your heart, which is why...
See, what it's a gut feeling. It's a gut feeling. In Telugu, the makers are making the movie. In Hindi, the corporate are setting the parameters. That instinct is gone. They want to make it like an industrial product movie. It can't happen like that. First of all, there's one creator, sometimes the producer, sometimes the director. They feel it in their heart. They bring it out.
Maybe they're scared of putting money in...
No, they have a lot of money. The creative instinct can't be controlled by these parameters.
Bahubali is going to be 10. It is a 10-year-old child now. Do you remember when you were writing the film, did you have the feeling that it will connect? It will have such a universal connect with people?
No, we knew there is hate. But the amount of hate, it has become God's grace.
What were the messages for you? What were the messages that you received after the film?
Pardon?
What were the messages that you remember receiving after the film became this?
Bahubali.
Yes.
And the Bahubali, it matched with what you call Pushkar counter, Pushkar of Godavari. My town is by the side of Godavari. I took my bath, was coming out. It was a little darky. The people who already took a bath, you know what they were discussing? They should discuss about puja and all these things. They were cursing what the bastard does think, how he can leave the movie halfway. You say, why Katappa killed Bahubali? That's what I mean. How the hell can it? That's the topic.
So, you guys were very sure that this will be a topic of conversation. Why Katappa killed Bahubali?
We didn't know that aspect at the time. We wanted to leave a hook for the part 2. But it went to that extent, I believe, when Modi ji met Prabhas. Modi asked us the same question. Why cut up Akhil Bahubali?
You must have laughed so much because that was the question on nation's mind at the
Yes,
time.
for 2 years.
And sir, you are the writer, you're the original visionary, and then your son takes your words and creates a very beautiful world. How is the relationship like? You are the father who says, "Nahi,
No, he
aise
is the
hoga."
director, I am the writer.
But like, who has the upper hand if
He,
there is an
he,
argument
he,
of creative difference?
he is the director.
So he'll have the upper hand when it comes to that. You'll submit to his vision in that sense.
Yes.
And sir, all the films that you've written, they have done really well commercially, um, which is not the case with many writers and directors. You're one of the
Not
most
necessarily. Many of my pictures also, they didn't run well.
Hmm.
But only that run well are visible. That's all.
Maybe initially some of them didn't.
Not like that.
Hmm.
There are several reasons why they didn't run well. I don't want to go into the details.
Do you think Magadheera can, if it is re-released, can become as successful? Maybe it is right time to sort of re-release. So many films are re-releasing.
Magadheera, please come and question again.
Like, should it be re-released? Because
I don't think so. But
no.
in fact, I have writing another Hindi version to Sajid Nadiadwala, Magadheera.
Oh, Hindi version.
Yeah,
Hindi
Hindi
adapt.
yeah.
Like Hindi remake.
Not in, yes, Hindi is going to remake in Hindi.
Mm-hmm.
I made a lot of changes in it.
Naturally, you will change the world.
Yeah.
So, what Sajid,
World has changed.
so Sajid Nadiadwala must have really liked the film.
Yeah, he has the rights of Magadheera in the remake.
Okay.
So he asked me to rewrite.
Mm-hmm.
I rewrote it.
And so you worked extensively with Kangana also on
Yes.
Salaivi and so what is the relationships like? She really respects you a lot.
Yeah, yes, she respects me a lot.
And would you work with her again on her next film?
Eh, why not? She's like a daughter to me.
And she trusts you a lot.
Yes.
With her writing. And so, would you like to have Hollywood actors in your films?
Beg pardon?
Would you like to have Hollywood actors? You said the stories have to be local, but can it have an international cast?
Yes, I know. Suppose an international, as per the story, some Western people are there. Why not?
And so, Salman recently said that North people watch South cinema, but Southern audience have their own cinema. They don't watch Hindi films, which is why Hindi films don't travel that well in South.
It's not the case. I don't know why it has happened like that. For example, Maine Pyar Kiya. What's the next film? Maine Pyar Kiya. Afterwards, what's the next film?
मैंने प्यार किया
Hum Aapke Kaun. They were on hundreds of days in southern theatres. Several Hindi movies. There is never a north-south divide.
Okay. But many people pitch it like that. That
Yeah,
there
no.
is a north-south
No,
divide.
no.
Hindi cinema is
no.
like creatively not doing
No,
well
no, no,
right now.
no.
Nothing. You don't think it's just a slump, like a cyclical slump. Do you think?
You see, just imagine Rajamouli is not there. So what would you say? Suppose the Baahubali and RRR are not there. You won't be making this comment. Just one or two directors made the difference, that's all.
But Telugu films have done like 1,000 crores and all.
What I am saying is, suppose these movies are not released, Baahubali, RRR and Pushpa, what you would say then? Only a couple of directors made the difference, not the industry per se.
So, you think, what do you think, because you have worked extensively in Hindi films as well, what do you think Hindi filmmakers should be doing to make stories that bring people to theatres?
No,
Because
I'm not in a position to comment on their content, but I admire their glassiness. The Hindi movies, they have a lot of glass. I appreciate it.
Amir said he's making a film.
Amir Khan.
Haha. He's
Yeah,
making
some time back he came with an idea to make Mahabharat. I don't know what happened afterwards.
Okay. So would you like to make a film on Mahabharata with your son? If there
No,
is a
his ultimate goal is to make Mahabharata.
Mr. Rajamouli wants to
Yes.
make a film, and you would obviously write it because many of your stories are inspired from Mahabharata, and
Of
it is a
course.
very interesting subject to write. I mean, I don't know why we have. Never
I'll be
been
very
able to-
happy if I get the chance.
Do you think it will require a lot of budget and everything?
Sky is the limit.
And but that is his dream to
Yes.
make, and your dream as well.
His dream, not my dream.
What is your dream, sir? What kind of story you want to ultimately write?
The girl is yet to appear before me for me to write such a story. A dream girl.
And sir, the question that I wanted to ask you again was actually two of your films, not just Baahubali but Bajrangi Bhaijaan, both of them are like 10-year-old. And it must have, 2015 must have been a very special year for you.
Right?
2015 must have been a very special year for you. You wrote two very successful movies in that year.
Till you are saying it, I don't even remember that.
Because you
You
once
see,
you write,
I'll tell you one thing. If I keep on thinking what I have achieved, that's the end of the journey. Enjoy it, live it.